Hey everyone, this is Devin Francis, also known as Leonard Meltzner.
And I'm tired.
And we are finally, thanks for bringing the enthusiasm, Victoria,
You're welcome.
finally doing our second review for the Odyssey animated series after what has been like around 2 years now, I think, since we did the first part. It's been an incredibly long time. It's been basically almost exactly a year since we originally recorded this episode, and then it was like, oops, there's no sound on this, and now it's taken us this long to finally get around to doing it again, but here we go. We are going to be showing you some of our live reactions to watching the second animated episode, A Flight to the Finish, for the very first time.
Remember when we recorded it and there wasn't sound and you told me and I didn't talk to you for 2 days because I was so angry?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I do too.
So, yeah, it's been great to finally get this done now, and hopefully it'll be a lot quicker that we'll be able to get the other 15 animated video reviews out now, because the first one was the most popular episode that we've ever done on this podcast. So
I don't think this episode's as funny though, but hopefully you guys like it.
It's all downhill from here, honestly. It's hard to beat the first episode.
It's all downhill from here!
It's hard to beat the first episode of the animated series, which was pretty great.
Because the crocodile... No, not Wait, yeah, there was a crocodile.
There was a crocodile.
I still don't know why.
So, we'll turn you over to that right now, and then we'll talk about what's next week when we're done. Here we go again. Focus on the family.
This one's gonna be worse, isn't it?
Probably. It's probably going to be less funny and worse. You can always tell that something's going to be good when it's like focusing on animals fighting with each other and not on actual characters.
Or development.
Haha! You made such a big fight, you can see it from space. Original joke.
I've never seen that one before! We're so original! Yzma? So, what's worse? Watching this? Or Eugene eating for 20 minutes?
Please, Eugene eating.
That's what I was thinking. Can we have the Stratifier, please? I never thought I would ask that, but...
I also hate how they feel the need to, like, create, you know, all this tension between animals in order to, like, try and ham-fist in, like, a conflict between the actual characters.
She's a female Rodney Rathbone! That's who she looks like.
Yeah.
But, like, tinier.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that creepy?
Oy vey. But yeah, don't you think so? Like, they wouldn't have any animosity between the characters unless they felt the need to, like, yeah, cats and dogs will fight, and then that'll create a conflict. Huh. That's...
Whoa, girl!
What?
Ease up!
Did you see the bottle? It was like a Coke bottle with a handle on it full of syrup. And now it's empty. The bottle's empty.
No,
now it's full.
Wait, where did her food go? She ate it that quickly? Oh, no, it's back.
Sorry, don't worry, it's just the poor animation. Now it's empty, see?
Okay. Wait, it was? Oh, I missed it. Darn it.
In Jesus' name, amen.
And now it's full.
Wait, now it's completely full.
Yep.
Where's the part she took out? Dude,
Why would
you're
you
eating
cut it like a
without,
pizza?
He's eating it without syrup.
And he just cut a pizza slice out of it. He didn't cut like part of the edge off.
Dude, you're gonna kill your dog.
Cut a triangle out.
Oh,
That's the idea. That's the idea.
It's like, I'm sure you can take good care of him.
Release this burden from me. Kill the dog, please.
He's like, I know what to do. Oh, kid.
Oh, wow.
Ease up. Do you think he... Oh, where did all this syrup go? I know pancakes absorb syrup, but not that quickly. These animators have no idea how pancake works. Pancakes or syrup work.
That was the right.
Top of Pepper's Peak. Go down the hill and around Philo's Bend to finish here.
What is with that?
What kind of map is that?
What do you think?
Yeah.
It has like a little hill, and
well, it makes it look like
you go like
it's like
this.
Mountain there. It's like here's the path.
It's Eugene. And he's eating while he's conducting experiments. He's
literally
chemicals.
he's using a Bunsen burner and snacking at the same time.
That's the dumbest thing. He's Eugene.
Is he eating whole walnuts?
Wits rotation compound. Please come up with a better name.
I like how Eugene actually does have a pot belly in these series because of how much he's eating all the time.
It's like we've taken notice of it. His mouth looks like a heart. Like, is he storing those walnuts in his cheeks?
For the winter,
Why are they so
yeah.
big? He's like, for when I sleep, so I can keep on eating.
Hey, where you going?
Well, thanks for offering and everything, but I'd like to build it myself, like you would.
What do you know about inventing, old man? I'm gonna do this myself. I'm obviously better.
I will do it better, and the government will hire me.
Ho, ho.
This is natural selection at work, kids.
Anymore.
Oh, I thought she was just off somewhere else maniacally laughing, just because. I was like, I know you want to make her seem like a villain, but I think that's a little over the top. Nick, is there a bucket on your head? Maybe 7 at the
Don't
oldest.
let your child be around things like that.
It's too bad Wit doesn't know how to invent things.
Okay, what kind of dad would let his son do this kind of stuff with like a saw, unattended?
One who's Pinocchio, apparently.
Oh, there's
Like,
the little sister.
She looks like the girl in Cats Don't Dance. That's what she seems like she's acting like.
Dala has
Yeah.
blonde.
Well, no,
hair
but I
and
mean,
she's
like,
shorter. And...
Not
Okay,
physically
he's
like,
gonna die. He just got paint in his
Yeah,
mouth.
he's gonna pull a Lawrence.
I painted my own braces.
It is scary.
But not as scary as you.
I would not drive that. I would be terrified to death to ride that down a mountain.
Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't fall apart when you pat it. How is it? Okay, it should have broken by now.
That is Sherman's fault. I mean, Sherman was obviously
He's
purposefully
such
trying
a
to...
troll. Either that or he's actually cares about Dylan. He's trying
He was trying to save his life, yeah.
He's like, kid, you don't know anything. Let me show you how wrong you are.
What's so important about this?
Where are these other
What?
kids getting theirs?
Okay, that girl looked like Darla.
What businesses?
She looks like Darla.
What businesses do you think were sponsoring all of these?
The Electric Palace, obviously.
All of them.
Yeah.
See, he
That's
looks
why they're
normal
gonna
from
break
this
them
angle.
up.
Oh, there you go. Like, who seemed like... What business sponsored, like, the baby carriage one, and which one sponsored, like, the boat and stuff like that? I guess, like, the Trickle Lake...
The Marines
people?
sponsored the boat.
The Trickle Lake
and-
boat people.
Yeah.
The boat people.
The boat people.
Fred's pets. I guess most of them stay on the side, but... You'd Don't you think that, like... most people in Odyssey would be really confused to look at these go-karts and be like, that's the Wits End entry? This is the guy who's a contractor for the Department of Defense. That's the go-kart that he built.
Wait, suddenly loses like all his contacts and no one ever wants
Yeah,
to talk to
exactly.
him again. It's all Dylan's fault.
All of his military contacts are like, so we heard about the go-kart race in Odyssey.
Knowing Odyssey, apparently, since such small things can make headlines, I'm
Yeah.
sure that this would make the headline.
He's wearing a welding mask that doesn't cover the rest of his head.
No one's ever said he was smart in this version.
So is the
That's
idea
like
here
the
that...
reading rainbow music, listen.
Is the idea here that Wit invented perpetual motion?
Apparently. But listen,
Screw
it's the
physics.
reading rainbow music. Aw, now it's gone. It was like my childhood actually came back for a second and I had minimal respect for this. Haha, it's still not funny. No matter how many times you do
Oh yeah,
it.
Eugene keeps on looking into the camera like he's on The Office.
You really could use a couple days vacation.
Haha, you're still not funny.
I've been thinking, Mr. Wood.
He looks like Yzma
maybe you'd
with
like
like
to
his
watch
hair
me
He
back
does.
like that.
vacations on my car.
Why didn't he just ride the wagon?
Oh, your car? I thought you had it all handled by yourself, Dylan. Why do you want my help? I don't know jack about inventing, apparently. You master inventor! You go work for the Department of Defense! You ruined my name, you little jerk!
Great stuff, but what if you brought it down to earth
Why does it look like a version of the Imagination Station from the series?
Yeah.
Do you think it
I like
is
how
the
he draws it,
Imagination
and Wit's
Station?
like, that's nice, but let's change it completely, because that's stupid.
Because Whit knows what he's talking about, and Dylan does not.
Dylan should really be painting in a more ventilated area.
Do you think this one will make it down the
He's
hill?
also painting like this. Like,
Wax on, wax off.
it's like, kid, that's not how you paint. You
There's
don't
paint
paint like
flying
this.
everywhere.
How is he not covered in
Besides,
paint?
Don't you think it's about time you found another hobby besides bugging me?
Oh, he burned her good. Oh,
Baloney.
baloney. Do not
Whoa.
use that kind of language in this
Chloe,
children
you're not
environment.
nice.
The other kids will back me up. He tried to fight them.
After all, I'm such a likable person. They'd love to back me up.
Yeah, everyone's my friend.
He didn't attack anybody.
Because I'm the new kid who's rude to everyone.
For Sherman.
Is she dripping with that perpetual motion oil?
I thought it was coffee.
Then it's a deal.
I'm not paying attention.
Her hair is suddenly going to explode.
What's in it for me if I win?
And
Only
Jasper.
if Eugene shows up. Hopefully Eugene shows up.
Well,
Apparently he's the catalyst.
you win. Then I'll
Maybe
give
it's like
Sherman back to Mr.
Some of...
Wit's
Yes!
like, no, this is where Wit's like, I need to make him win now. I can't take that dog back.
Okay, you're on.
We've got to win that race.
That looks like a giant shoe.
It does.
It looks like a loafer. It's like,
Maybe
after all, the best shoes
It's Dutch inspired.
should be... Like, loafers are such good shoes.
Why is he putting
don't we
headlights
just
on it?
make it? The green thing.
Really, Wit? You couldn't come up with anything better?
Well, this is the guy who came up with the name Strataflyer. So...
True.
That's nice.
But I think in his heart he wants to honor the Lord by loving others.
That's why he yelled at
Sure.
her
Just
and
like
tried to
someone.
kill her multiple times. What a great son.
Yeah.
Is he painting the tires black? Oh, no, never mind. Never
Come
mind.
on, son. We'll be
I
late.
can't tell if he was purposefully trying to, like, risk his own death by cheating, or if he just thought, I need to paint the wheels black.
They have to close up the ice cream parlor.
Because that makes sense.
Oh,
It's gonna,
that's...
it's
Did
gonna
you
look like
see
Back to
that?
the Future.
That track, like, oh, it's
The
so
ground's go-
unnoticeable.
The ground's going to ignite, and it's gonna look like Back to the Future.
So, like, where are all the black lines that...
Well, it's worn off by now, so it shouldn't affect the wheels.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on it at all anymore.
Like a bathtub. The hamster
Why
wheel.
is the dog in the car?
Liza's hair and nail salon. I've never heard of any of these businesses.
But if you didn't open the compound,
Who did? Who's flying the plane?
Who's flying the Strataflyer?
he opened himself a can of disaster.
You know, polish is admittedly a better name than Wit's rotation oil.
Oh, see? Back to the Future.
Oh! He just traveled into the future!
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour.
So, like, he's gonna have an affair with his mom now or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that would admittedly be more
I'm sure she'd be
interesting
more
than
attracted
what
to
they're
him
actually-
than to his dad, honestly.
He doesn't have a giant nose.
His dad is eerily reminiscent of George McFly.
Why isn't it moving?
Because all the rotation oil rubbed off.
This is terrible.
This is the worst thing
You
to
need
ever
Eugene.
happen in my
You
life.
need Eugene to touch it.
What is the catalyst for this? Okay, the wheels are on fire. You're gonna get burned if you touch them. And this is gonna start so many forest fires. Like, all of Odyssey is gonna go up
Only
in
you
flames.
can prevent forest fires by not painting, like, an explosive experimental physics-breaking compound onto your go-kart tires.
Oh, it's a Strataflyer!
That is cheating. You know, if they just, kind of casually let Dylan go on with his go-kart, I'm sure it would solve a lot of Wit's difficulties in life.
Probably.
If he just casually exploded with Sherman somewhere along the track.
But the thing is, everywhere they go, the ground is on fire. They're
Oh,
gonna
they're
start
leaving
all
it-
these forest fires, and Wit is once again gonna get blamed for the destruction
Well, I think the
of
problem is they're
Odyssey.
going to be able to trace the tracks back to Wit's end.
Oh,
that's why.
true.
That's why he needs to stop him.
Yeah.
This is. Look this.
How is
Just-
he not falling?
Just. I'll just put on the harness and hang off the bottom. Did he lower out of a trap door? Like he
Okay.
didn't go out the side. He
Wit makes
lowered.
all these jokes about how he weighs a lot, and yet this one tiny rope is secure enough for... Eugene's like, I don't care.
I still think Eugene is eating whole walnuts, like uncracked.
Probably.
Okay, the rope just...
See, there goes the rope. And what's dead? That would kill him.
Oh, she's dead.
Oh, she's dead. There goes the whip. Yeah, she's dead.
Where is this cliff in Odyssey? Are they on Forest Mountain or what?
Apparently.
Oh
Oh dear lord, let them both go off. I don't want to be sued. Oh, yeah. She ripped that off herself, I'm pretty sure.
She did. Why are there headlights on Dylan's car?
In case he needs to see where he's going.
That was the most
Wait, what?
nonsensical thing I've ever seen.
How? Oh, and they suddenly like went off the cliff and then back on the cliff.
Yeah.
And that astounding
Now they're
move
literally
on
not
physics part.
touching the ground.
This is like Joanne in Run of the Mill Miracle.
This is
She's only
exactly-
halfway
this
on
is
the
like-
cliff.
They were parts
Okay,
of the
there's no
track
way they're
too
gonna-
thin for us to stay on the mountain.
Yet somehow we did. Praise the Lord.
When Grady said to Whit, and he's like, "Can you tell me about a miracle that happened in your lifetime?" I was like, "Well, let me tell you about this kid who didn't die."
Oh,
They're dead.
Oh, they're dead. Yeah, they just hit their
So
heads.
dead.
They would have snapped their necks there.
Wow, that's some sliding.
Well, why are they all screaming at the top of their lungs?
Look how many people they
Like
filled for
terrified.
this. That's bigger than the population of Odyssey. I like how they wrapped them both in the same blanket together, the dog and the human child.
Well, you can just put the blanket like over their face. Oh, God's back.
He's here to pass judgment on everyone for being awful.
For everyone for being in this.
They put them in the same bed. Really? That's
What?
not how hospitals work.
Did the doctors work on the dog too instead of a veterinarian?
We know that the veterinary hospital has a building now because Kurt made it so in his dream.
No, it looks like an acorn. Eugene's gonna come and try and eat it. Hide that somewhere safe.
Why does it look like... The top isn't even centered.
About caring for others as much as you do yourself. But you showed me what
I can't hear you. These bandages, like...
They're not covering his ears.
They're not covering his ears, but he hit his head. And
Oh,
yeah.
I'm actually
I was
deaf
near an
now.
explosion. I can't hear anything. What are you saying?
right, neighbor.
Ow, my arm! Ah!
Excruciating pain.
But I don't need that thing, Eugene. I'm just going to look
I ripped out my own IV and I ran all the way here to tell you that.
That's the only canon thing about this, is Whit refusing to follow medical instructions.
Go away, Eugene. No one wants you here. Go eat in the corner. Well,
Wow,
Eugene's dead.
This series really hates Eugene. So...
That was a thing.
It was a thing. At least we had the canon part at the end where Whit was like, "No, I don't need to follow doctor's instructions. I'll walk on my own. I don't need a wheelchair." Because that was very canon.
That was canon.
Everything else, on the other hand...
Channeling his inner and outer Derek.
Honestly, I feel like, beyond our usual making fun of these videos, I feel like it really should be addressed as an honest criticism of the fact that the only way they felt that they could create tension and conflict between the two kids was by using their animals instead of actually creating a real basis for
it's because
interpersonal conflict.
They don't really seem like they want to develop any character.
Exactly.
They have characters, but they don't want to develop them or spend time showing them act like actual kids. Like, what kind of kids would do this? Also, they're kind of being irresponsible with it. They let Dylan, a 10-year-old, handle all this dangerous stuff and saws and stuff and try and figure out all this out by himself.
Put his cart together.
Any adult supervision.
And
kids are going to see this and they're going to be like, "Oh, it's okay to do all this stuff by myself."
It's clear that no adults even checked over his original cart to make sure it wasn't going to kill him immediately.
Also, he didn't have any supervision when he was making the cart the second time.
Anything. Yeah, that's true. It's I'll help you.
He didn't learn his lesson at all.
Anyways.
He's like, "I'm gonna help you." He draws up Dylan draws up a blueprint. It's that's dumb. Draw it like a giant loafer instead of an awesome looking spaceship.
We'll make the clog ship, because that makes sense for Wit's End.
Yeah.
Because everyone else had thematic go-karts for some reason.
The spaceship actually looked like the model of
the Wit's End, or the Imagination
Station that
in
they
the
have
animated series.
in this.
Which would have actually been thematic to his business like
it would have
every
looked
other
pretty
go-kart.
cool, but Wit's like, nah, that's dumb. I don't want people to know you're associated with me. Let's just scribble that out.
He even let him name it the Green Thing
That's the
when no one else
name.
had any names apart from the sponsoring business on them.
Well, it's not like Wit could have named it any better. He had Wit's Rotation Oil as the name for his new substance. So
yeah, so speaking of that, so I mean, obviously it defies the laws of physics in every conceivable way. Because it seems to just be some oil that causes perpetual motion, and not just perpetual motion, because that would be like, I spin the wheel, and it keeps spinning.
Our audio is actually recording this time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. The perpetual motion would be like, I'll spin the wheel, I'll put this grease on the axle, it'll get rid of friction, so the thing will keep on moving and spinning. What this did was he put it on the tire, and without touching it, the wheel just started turning on its own.
And it started, like, lighting up a lot.
Yeah, it started sparking and fizzing, and then Eugene touches it, and it just turns to ash. So, beyond all the regular physics, it just doesn't even make, like, fictional sense.
There were so many safety regulations in this. Eugene didn't have a proper welding mask on. I've had proper welding masks on before, and he did not do it right. Like, I've welded. Eugene don't know anything about welding.
Or Wit.
I'm
just looking at, like, their hair was all sticking out around the mask. I'm like, Spark's
also, they
gonna hit
didn't
your
have
hair.
gloves on.
You're gonna catch on fire.
And Eugene was eating while he was pouring chemicals into beakers.
Yeah.
What the heck?
He was also holding the plastic bag near the open flame of a Bunsen burner.
He's
while
like,
he was eating from it.
I'm so great at Campbell County, everyone respects me. Why? You don't know anything about what you're doing!
Yeah, so the lesson for this was something about being nice to people, which I feel really got
they totally
across.
Showed by yelling at each other the entire time, and
Exactly.
then having one nice scene where they touched hands and she probably dislocated something else.
So basically the crux of the episode was Dylan showed so much compassion to Holly because he decided to break physics and let her not die a horrible death flying off a cliff and getting smashed against the rocks.
Yeah.
And yay, look at our protagonist. He's such an amazing human all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Well, he hated her up until he decided not to
seem,
let her die a violent death.
He doesn't look that much like a human, so it's kind of actually nice to know that he is a human.
Like, he showed the basest amount of humanity in what he did, and it's supposed to be treated like, oh, look, they're getting along so well now because he didn't let her die a violent death. This is so sweet, and they're friends now.
Yeah, that friendship came out of nowhere. He's just like, you stop picking on me because I'm gonna beat you in the competition. And then he, like, goes and he cheats.
So, Victoria,
and he's like, I'm such an upstanding model citizen.
What would you rate this?
You go first. I went first last time.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
1 out of 5? I don't know. I don't even know how to qualify something this low. I really don't have much positive to say about it at all.
I don't
Maybe
have
even lower
anything
than 1.
positive to say about it. 0 out of 5.
I'll give it 0.5 out of 5, I guess. 10%.
Like, the animation's really sloppy, too.
Yeah, it's just low quality.
All the stuff with the syrup and, like, the proportions were completely off every single time, and stuff was disappearing and reappearing like crazy in that
I'll be generous with 0.5 out of 5.
Yeah, 0 out of 5 for me.
And,
I feel bad because I want to say something good about this, but I can't think of anything good to say about it.
Yeah.
The first one was actually better, honestly, than this one. This one,
the first one was better.
The first one actually was kind of funny and how awful it was. This one was just bad.
Yeah.
Like...
So on that encouraging note, let's turn you back over to Other Down to Victoria to wrap this episode up.
I never thought I'd say this, but please bring back the makeup-wearing snake robot.
And we're back now here. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. And,
If not, it's not our fault. You're the one who clicked on the video in the first place.
Yeah. So, what are we doing next time, Victoria?
A Daughter's Love, OAC episode.
Yep. And we are also reviewing Gifts for Madge and Guy.
Gifts for Madge and Guy.
Because it's December.
Yep.
Yeah, Christmas
Sure
episodes.
is December.
Christmas.
There's snow outside, honestly, so it might as well be.
That's true. And also doing the OAC 2015 review, because of course A Daughter's Love is the December 2015 OAC episode, so now we can review all 12 of those and then start getting ready for the OAC 2016. So those will be what we're doing next time. Until then, thank you for joining us on our side of YouTube. I've been Devin Francis, also known as Leonard Meltzer.
And I'm still tired, also known as Victoria.
Goodbye.